Hello my lovelies! Today I have a massive Bookish unboxing for you, so stay tuned. So as you can see here, I have a lot of Bookish boxes to unbox. We have 16 boxes here. We've got young adult, Once Upon a Book Club, we've got some adult ones. I can't remember, but there might be a special edition box in here. I think this might be one. I'm not 100% sure on that. We also have Books That Matter subscription box, as well as the Brave Girls Book Club. So let's just bring you a little bit closer to me and dig right in. So sorry if y'all can hear the fan going and stuff, but apparently our AC is not working, and we have a lot of fans running right now to try to keep this house cool because it's like in the 90s here in Tennessee, and yeah, it's like 80 degrees in our house. It's hot in here. So if you hear that buzzing sound, that's what it is, and I'm sorry. Also, if you hear any flopping around, my dogs are just outside this room wrestling around, so hopefully I can edit out most of their shenanigans, but we'll see. You can also tell that I'm not in front of my bookshelves as normal, and that is because that room is way hotter than this room. Okay, so as I said, we have young adult Once Upon a Book Club, we've got adult Once Upon a Book Club, and Brave Girls Book Club, and Books That Matter. Let's start with the Once Upon a Book Club young adult boxes. And I'm gonna need to find something to cut this open, so I'll be right back. It is so hot in this house. Okay, I have a knife here, so let me cut this open. Okay, so opening this box up, looks like so. These are in no particular order either because they've been moved around so many times. Alright, let me see what we got in here. Well, I'll check this stuff out in a second. But ooh, our book. We have the Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky. And I've heard good things about this book, so let's see. High school is a scream. New girl Rachel Chavez is eager to make a fresh start at Manchester Prep, but as a scholarship student, she struggles to fit in among the rich kids and finds herself turning to horror movies for comfort. Somehow, the stabby serial killers and homicidal dolls seem less scary than bored trust fund babies. Then Rachel gets caught up in a prank gone awry, going from weird loner girl to public enemy #1 overnight. To Rachel's surprise, however, the incident attracts the attention of the Mary Shelley Club, a mysterious society of students who orchestrate elaborate pranks known as fear tests, which are inspired by urban legends and movie tropes. At first, Rachel embraces the power that comes with behaving recklessly, but as the fear tests escalate, the competition turns deadly and takes on a life of its own. When someone begins targeting the club itself, Rachel has to track down the killer, even if it means finally confronting the dark secrets from her past. With deliciously dark and subversive humor, New York Times bestselling author Goldie Moldavsky exposes the horrors of high school with the precision of a freshly sharpened knife. And I am very excited for this. Oh, there is a little knife embossed on the cover there. And if you don't know how the Once Upon a Book Club boxes work, as you're reading your book, you get to these post-it notes on certain pages that say open your gift, and then you go and you find your gift for that page number. And when I do these, I do them in a vlog so that you can see what all the gifts are. So I'm not going to open up the gifts here, but if you want to go, I do have a playlist of all of my Once Upon a Book Club videos where I'm like reading the book and I'm opening the gifts as it goes along, so you can see what the gifts are, and I'll link that playlist up here. But for now, I can just show you the packaging. So we have this for page 18, a little small thing here. We have this one for page 67, it's in a little box. We have this one for page 178. I think this says page 401. but I can't entirely tell. So if I get to a page that I don't see, like I see a post-it note and I don't see anything else with a clear number on it, then that's what this is, I'm sure. But it was like written on this very velvety drawstring bag. And then the last one is for page 239, and it's this big box here. I absolutely love the Once Upon a Book Club boxes because they're so like interactive. It makes you feel more like you're part of the story, and it's not just like, I love the other Bookish boxes and like everything in the box has a theme or whatever, but this is like you're part of the story, and that's just neat. Oh, let's look at what is in this. So in here we have a little bookmark. It says, "Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful, Mary Shelley." And it says on the back, "To fully experience this box, remember you only open your gifts once you reach the given page. Don't worry, we'll remind you." And we also have a print. It says, "Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful, Mary Shelley." Oh, there's a letter from the author here. Maybe I'll just read the letter from the author. "Dear reader, I'm so excited to share the Mary Shelley Club with you. If you ask me to describe the book, I'd say that it's a little bit thriller, a little bit teen melodrama, and a teeny dash of meta humor. Some might call it a horror novel too, but ironically enough, it was never my intention to write a horror book, but rather a book about horror. The main character, Rachel Chavez, uses horror movies to try to cope with the past traumatic experience. But she still wrestles with questions about who she is and the things she's done. She recognizes a darkness inside of her that she does not like. She's afraid of herself. But in the Mary Shelley Club and in these scary movies that she's obsessed with, she feels completely embraced. The Mary Shelley Club takes a look at fear from all angles, what it does to those who experience it and what it does to those who inflict it. Fear as something to avoid, as something to control, as a fun pastime, and even as a balm when you need it most. I must have been a weird kid because I loved horror movies since I was young. Like, I probably should not have been watching The Exorcist before I turned 10, but alas, I did, and here we are. I still love watching scary movies for that rare feeling you get that no other genre can give. That shot of adrenaline, heart-racing, goosebump-raising sort of experience. The characters in the Mary Shelley Club chase that feeling. And my biggest wish is that I can cause a little bit of that feeling in you. This book is my love letter to horror movies. I hope you had as much fun reading it as I had writing it. Sincerely, Goldie Moldavsky. And then we have the book club kit, After School Fright Club, where there's a conversation with the author, discussion questions, read-along dates, and like little thing with like movie posters. So the read-along dates for this were in May, so this might have been the May box. We also have a print here, or not a print, signed book plate here. Also, if you want to skip to any section, like right now I'm doing the Once Upon a Book Club young adult boxes, but if you want to skip to like the adult boxes or one of these kind of boxes, I'll put all that down in the timestamps below. Okay, now on to the next one of these. Okay. Opening this one up, looks like so. Take this out. And our book is Daughter of Sparta by Claire M. Andrews. And let's see what gifts we have. So we have this big drawstring one here for page 3. This little box for page 363. This one for page 33. And this one for page 275. And then in here we have another bookmark that says, "I make my own destiny." And it's from the book. Looks like that. And again, it says the same thing on the back. Nice. A signed book plate, and a print that also says, "I make my own destiny," and the letter from the author, which says, "Dear reader, I, like so many others, have been enraptured Greek mythology since I was a child. I would read the stories of Helen, Perseus, Achilles, and Ariadne again and again, imagining myself alongside them on the towering mountains and cerulean seas of ancient Greece. But each time I dove into the pages, I found myself growing further frustrated by the endings, specifically the fates of the women in each story. Adriane, I don't know if I'm saying this right, was abandoned on an island by Theseus after helping him solve the labyrinth. The sorceress Medea was reduced to a vengeful ex-wife. Helen's future was bartered by Aphrodite without her consent, and Daphne turned herself into a tree. When I began Daphne's story, I really wanted to give her the agency that she wasn't afforded in the original myth. I made a point to give her the story, the space to examine her history, her goals and secrets, and her place in this world. This is a story about following your dreams, the unconditional love of family, and the accepting a helping hand when you need it. And I hope it inspires you to do the same. Go forth into the world and discover the stories of women anew. Much love, Claire. And then we have an interview with the author. Again, discussion questions, read-along dates. The read-along dates for this was August. So this might have been the newest box, possibly. That or I'm just really, really far behind, but I think this is the newest box. So the July box. Anyway. Then we have Mythical Beasts of Ancient Greece on the back here. Move these, stick them over here for right now. Okay, here is the next one. And this actually has a gift right on top. This one's for gift for page 158, and it's this thick thing. All the gifts seem to be on top in this one. So we have page 319, page 225, page 119. And then we have our book, which is Maisie by Melanie Crowder. And then we have a print that says, I won't pretend to be something I'm not. I won't give up who I am for anything. And the letter from the author is not on this one. The bookmark is pretty much just a Once Upon a Book Club bookmark. It's plain. Then we have the book club kit. Conversation with the author, discussion questions. The read-along date started on April 1st. And then on the back we have a Mama's Peach Pie. Yum. Okay, since this one didn't have a letter from the author, I'm just going to read what it says on the book. It's also relatively short. Maybe not. It's average. It's like 334 pages. This says, Maisie has always longed to be on Broadway, but growing up in her small Nebraska town in 1959, that always seemed like an impossible dream. So when an opportunity presents itself to spend 6 weeks auditioning, Maisie jumps at the chance, leaving behind everything and everyone she's ever known. New York City is a shock to the senses, thrilling but lonely. Auditions are brutal. Maisie's homesick and she misses her boyfriend whose heart she broke when she left. Nothing is as she expected. With money running out and faced with too many rejections to count, Maisie is more determined than ever to land a role. But when she discovers that booking a job might mean losing sight of herself, everything Maisie thought she wanted is called into question. Alright, so that is everything that's in that box. Okay, next up we have this one right here. Let's see. There's a discount here. I don't know if it's still good or not, but it's 50% off The Wayward Spy at camcatbooks.com. Use promo code ONCEUPON at checkout. It says, the terrorist threat has changed, the consequences haven't. When her fiance, a CIA operative accused of treason, is killed overseas, intelligence analysis Maggie Jenkins smells cover-up and sets out to clear his name. Following a trail littered with corruption and deceit, leading straight to the terrorist threat looming where the Russian mafia, Chechen rebels, and Al-Qaeda and U.S. government officials meet. So, oh gosh, let me set that down. Here is this, if you're interested. Okay, the book is buried under the gifts. So we have a little thing here for page 338. It's very thin. Something here for page 56. Something here for page 83. And then something here for page 350. Okay, then the book is, this is a Wattpad books book. It's called Downworld by Rebecca Phelps. Let's see if there's a letter from the author in here. We have just a plain Once Upon a Book Club bookmark. We do have a signed book plate. Yes, we do. We have a print that says, "You are my warrior." And this says, "Dear reader, thank you so much for reading my first novel, Downworld. This book started with a vision of 3 doors emanating a purple light. The doors were labeled yesterday, today, tomorrow. And beyond the doors, what? A promise of something, obviously, something taboo. But something you can't live without. It wasn't long before the story settled where my stories always do. On childhood, on my brother, on the year he disappeared from my life. Adam was a depressed teenager, locked in his room, sleeping all day. They sent him across the country to a school that would save him. A school so far away that when I closed my eyes to picture it, all I saw was the empty space where he used to be. These pieces of my life worked their way into my book, and I ended up with a coming-of-age novel with a sci-fi twist. Marina, my main character, is turning 16 when we meet her, still grieving the brother who was hit by a train 3 years before. But when she follows her crush Brady into the school's boiler room, well, there are the doors. And beyond them, her brother, alive, waiting for her to save him. Downworld ended up being many things for me and the thousands of young people who have read it online, who have reached out to me over the past year. I've had readers tell me they lost a sibling. They've told me about their first crushes and how they were supposed to be studying for an exam but stayed up all night to read my book instead. Mostly they tell me which of the 2 love interests they're rooting for, which always makes me smile. For me, Downworld was a way to find peace with the past. I had no way of knowing when I wrote it that it would also be the door to my future. I hope you enjoy taking this journey with Marina, and I thank you again for reading it. Sincerely, Rebecca Phelps. And then we also have the book club kit, Train to an Alternate Dimension. Conversation with the author, discussion, questions. The read-along dates for this were also in May. Then we have Postcard to Your Future Self. A little thing to do. And that is everything in this box. And then this box here actually is a young adult box as well. It looks like they sent it in this because there was a gift that wouldn't fit in the box. So here's the gift that wouldn't fit in the box. This one's for page 4, and it's very cool looking. It's like a newspaper, and it has like Titanic sinking. So it says Titanic sinking, no lives lost. Okay, opening up the box. Looks like so. Move this out of the way. Then our book here is Luck of the Titanic by Stacy Lee. And we'll see if we have any letter from the author. We also have a lot of worms in this one. Okay, all the gift boxes in this one are super freaking cute. Like this one's got like the largest steamers in the world, Olympic, Titanic, and it's just this little thing here, like little newspaper pages. And this one's for, page 310. And then this next box is also stunning. This one's for page 87. And oh, it's very cool. Okay, then in the little plastic thing, we have a bookmark that says, if you always give, you'll always have. And our print says the same thing. And it has the letter from the author on the back. It says, Dear Reader, let me hold up the book. Dear Reader, when my mother-in-law sent me a news article about the 8 Chinese passengers on the Titanic, I knew it would make a great story. How is it that these men, 6 of whom survived, escaped notice for so long, when all other passengers and details around their lives have been extensively noted and researched? Why were they shunned, even vilified, their existence buried for years? Yet I resisted. Doubts assailed me. A lot has been written about the Titanic already. I didn't know their exact stories. A documentary of their lives was in the works, using information gathered via a call out on social media, but hadn't yet been released. Not to mention, how do you write a story in which people already know the ending? Despite all the doubts, some ideas just don't let you go. And so I ordered Titanic, the ship magnificent, aka the Titanic Bible. I ordered Titanic's deck plans, the biggest I could find, which easily covered my kitchen table. I pulled out my reading glasses, my magnifying glasses, but definitely not my wine glasses, and got to work. As a writer of historical novels, my job is to marry fact with fiction on the page. We might never know the details of what these men experienced, but if I present you with one possibility and throw in a few Chinese acrobats for good measure, you might care about them enough to learn a little more. So welcome to the Titanic as you've never seen it before. I hope you enjoy the ride. Stacy Lee. And there's like a little ad for a book called Wild Type. Then we have the book club kit, The Unsinkable Ship, Conversation with Stacy Lee, the discussion questions, read-along dates, which were in July. Then we have like a little Titanic poster. So yeah, this could go in there because they're like, this box is actually taller than this box. Okay, so those are all of the Once Upon a Book Club young adult boxes. Now let's move on to the Once Upon a Book Club adult boxes. Okay, so here is the first one. This one looks like so. Let's see. This one has a gift on top for page 53. It's a little thin one. Here, let me set this down and see what else we've got. Some more gifts on top, as well as you may have seen, lots of worms. Okay, then we have a gift for page 19. One for page 73 in this very cute box. One for page 263. And then we have the book, which is Reset by Serena Dolan. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that the adult books all come in paperback, whereas the young adults come in hardcover. Okay, then we've got a signed book plate. A bookmark that says, we all have the freedom to author our own souls. And I dropped it. Anyway, looks like that. Our print says the same thing, and it has the letter from the author on the back. This says, Dear Reader, I'm thankful that Reset, my bluebird of happiness, found its way into your hands. To me, a debut book's quest to find its readers is like going on a blind date. You have some clues as to who the person is. Maybe it's the color of their hair, what they're wearing, or their height. But all of that is superficial. You don't really know who they are as a person, the essence that will determine the bond between you and them. That bond won't be forged until you sit down in front of each other and have a conversation. And when you find the person with whom you truly connect, who sees you for what you really are and for what all the intentions behind what you do, it's truly a gift. That's what reading is to me. A conversation between the book and the reader. Each brings to the table the essence of themselves. That intimacy of a shared moment is the magic of books. It is my hope that you will find something to connect with in this intimate story hidden inside a big idea. I would love to hear your thoughts after you have finished, and it would be lovely if we could keep in touch. With optimism, Serena Dolan. Okay, they didn't really tell me about the book, so I'm gonna read the back here and see what this says. Can you love someone you don't remember? After the last war destroyed most of the world, survivors form a new society in 4 self-sustaining cities in the Mojave Desert. In the utopia of the 4 cities, inspired by the lyrics of Imagine and Buddhist philosophy, everything is carefully planned and controlled: the seasons, the weather, and the residents. To prevent mankind from destroying each other again, its citizens undergo a memory wipe every 4 years in a process called tabula rasa, a blank slate, to remove learned prejudices. With each new cycle, they begin again with new names, jobs, homes, and lives. No memories, no attachments, no wars. Aries, a scientist who shuns love, embraces tabula rasa and the excitement of unknown futures. Walling herself off from emotional attachments, she sees relationships as pointless and avoids deep connections. But she is haunted by a reoccurring dream that becomes more frequent and vivid as time passes. After meeting Benja, a handsome, free-spirited writer who believes his dreams of a past lover are memories, her world is turned upside down. Obsessed with finding the Dreamers, a secret organization thought to have a way to recover memories, Benja draws her down a dangerous path toward the past. Where Metis, the leader of the Dreamers, appears in Aries' life, everything she believes falls to pieces. With little time left before the next tabula rasa, they begin a bittersweet romance, navigating love in a world where names, lives, and moments are systematically destroyed. Thought-provoking and emotionally resonant, Reset will make you consider the haunting reality of love and loss and the indelible marks they leave behind. Okay, this sounds very interesting. Okay. Also, tabula rasa got me because that's a thing in Buffy that Willow does, and yeah. Anyway, we have our book club kit. You may say I'm a dreamer. Again, conversation with the author, discussion questions, read along dates. We're in August, or will be in August. DIY origami crane on the back here. There we go. And that is everything in that box. Okay, next up we have this box. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, we have a gift for page 75. Little thin thing. Oh, and there's our book. Hold on. So our book in this one is A Betting Woman, a novel of Madame Mustache by Jenny L. Walsh. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we've got. This little bag that says page 39. This gift for page 197. Might be a puzzle? I don't know. And this one for page 218. Then we have a signed book plate. A bookmark that says, there wasn't much a woman could possess in this world, but we could surely keep our wits about us. And the print says the same thing. This says, Dear Reader, I am so excited that my newest novel, A Betting Woman, is in your box this month. I have the pleasure of being a storyteller of women throughout history, writing for both children and adults. I've written about a young girl in a World War II resistance group, about an American Revolutionary War heroine, and even about an infamous female outlaw. Adding a story about the West's first female croupier has been so much fun. When first researching Eleanor Dumont, I began with this, I have no idea what this word is she just wrote because of the handwriting, wrongdoing? I don't know. I am a very visual person and it immediately sparked my imagination. Who painted her? Oh, maybe rendering. There's a little thing on here. There. Anyway. It immediately sparked my imagination. Who painted her? What role would this artist play? Eleanor is known for her card playing, yet here she is with dice. Why? What inspired her attire? Her expression? These answers shaped my novel, and I hope you had as much fun reading about this witty and tenacious woman as I did bringing her to life. Please leave a review online after reading. I'd love to read what you think of Eleanor too. Okay. And I don't really know what this is about. It didn't really tell me too much, so let's see. Born Simone Jules, reinvented as Eleanor Dumont, and largely remembered as Madame Mustache, down to her last dollar and facing some unsavory options, Eleanor quick-wits her way to a gambling table where she begins to deal vigent et un, modern-day blackjack. But the boom and bust of the gold rush stops for no one, nor do the challenges of a man's world. Eleanor learns she must fight for her livelihood, her self-worth, and most of all, for her legacy. Okay. Still don't really know too much about it, but it's historical fiction, set in the Old West, and there's a female gambler involved. Okay, we have another ad for that Wild type book. And then here, again, it's going to be all the same stuff. The conversation with the author, discussion questions, read along dates. I don't think I need to keep saying that every time. But on the back, it's always something different. This is Vignette et un Rules. If you wanted to play this version of like the modern day blackjack. Okay, so that is all that is in that box. Now on to this box. Looks like so. Okay, the book is right here on top. This is Meet Me in Paradise by Libby Hubscher. And then we have a gift for page. It looks like it says page 22 on the bag, but then they put a sticker over it that says Booksy Daisy. We actually meant page 110. Cute. Okay, then we have something for page 245, page 325, and page 156. Then we have a bookmark that says, everything great is on the other side of fear. I love that. It's like a beach scene too. We have a assigned book plate and a print that says the same thing. Let's see. This says, Dear reader, I am thrilled that Meet Me in Paradise is this month's Once Upon a Book Club adult selection. This book tells the story of anxious older sister Marin's quest to find herself when her younger sister Sadie stands up for their planned vacation on the tropical island of Saba. Way outside her comfort zone with no backup plan, Marin starts experiencing all the island and life has to offer with her hotelier host, Lucas Desai, by her side. The crystal clear tropical waters, sun-drenched mountain views, and deep, authentic conversations with Lucas fill her with wonder and self. These moments awaken her curiosity, passion, and ultimately her bravery. Something she'll need when she discovers the devastating truth about why Sadie sent her to paradise in the first place. I've always adored love stories, and the idea of finding one's soulmate in the most unexpected place is particularly alluring. There's something about that moment of truly seeing another person and recognizing that they're the one you've been waiting for. It never fails to fill my heart to the brim. While this book is a romance with a happy ending, I promise it is also a moving story of loss, sacrifices made for family, and the sometimes complicated love between sisters. In the book, as in life, joy and sorrow are woven together. The idea for Meet Me in Paradise came to me when I was facing a serious health challenge that left me longing to explore the idea of what living really is, the choices we make, the risks we take, the people we treasure, and what we're missing when we allow our fear to hold us back. When I was ill, I spent several weeks escaping my harsh reality by watching Taiwanese dramas full of intense emotion, comedy, and sweep you off your feet romance. In part, I wrote the book as a love letter to the artists that created the shows that were my respite. Ultimately, I wanted to highlight the kind of magic and fulfillment that results from opening our minds and hearts to new experiences, destinations, cultures, and people. My sincerest hope is that Marin's story inspires you to heed the voice inside you, the one that calls for you to take a chance for your own happiness, tells you that you might be braver than you believe, and urges you to enjoy the wonderful world we live in. Thank you for reading. I hope you find your paradise wherever that may be. Libby Hoobsher. Okay, so that's that. Then the book club kit. Oh darling, let's be adventurers. On the back we have choose your own project paradise. Choose one item from each group and fill in the respective blank in the story on the next page. Oh, fun. Very fun. I'll probably do that in the vlog where I read that. Okay, so that is everything in that box. Okay, now on to the last Once Upon a Book Club adult box. This one looks like so. Let's see. Move all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Ooh. Pull the book out. The book we have here is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Pinner. And then we have, let's see, a gift for page 41. Sounds of Glass. A gift here for page 222. One for page 301. One for page 58. This is an interesting one. It like actually slides out, I think. Oh no, it opens like a magnet right here. Then we have just a red Once Upon a Book Club bookmark. And we have another one of those for The Wayward Spy. Our print says, believe me, if you want something different, the only person holding you back is you. And then the letter from the author says, Dear reader, The Lost Apothecary is about an apothecary shop brimming with poisons and a whisper network of vengeful women in 18th century London. The apothecary has two rules. Rule number 1, the poison must never be used against a woman. Rule number 2, the names of the murderer and her victim must be recorded in the apothecary's register. But rules are meant to be broken, aren't they? I invite you now to step into the pages of the story where together we can begin to uncover the sinister secrets belonging to the Lost Apothecary. That sounds interesting. We also have a signed book plate. And then the book club kit, the Secret Poison Shop box. On the back there is a DIY milk and honey bath soap recipe. Nice. Okay, so those are all of the Once Upon a Book Club boxes, both YA and adult. Next, I think we will do the Brave Girls Book Club. Those are middle grade and sort of like feminist middle grade. Pretty much a good way to sum up the Brave Girls Book Club. So I'm going to sort these boxes out real quick and I will be back shortly. Okay, sorry if the angle changed, but I went ahead and swapped my battery out while I was at it. And I'm also going to have to pause here in about 20 minutes or so because my AC guy, or an AC guy, is coming to check things out. So let's just keep going for now. So here we have the Brave Girls Book Club, and I will leave the link to all of the information for all of these boxes down in the description. Also, these are not in any particular order either. So opening this one up, looks like so. And it looks like we have a couple of books in here. So the first one I see is Madam C.J. Walker Builds a Business, Rebel Girls. This is a little short book. There is some art throughout. This says, Sarah is the first in her family to be born free in Delta, Louisiana. But being free doesn't mean that Sarah doesn't have to work. She cooks, she cleans, she picks cotton, she does laundry, and she babysits. And when she works, she wraps up her hair. One day, Sarah's hair starts to fall out. It's itchy, crunchy, patchy, and won't grow. Instead of giving up, Sarah searches for the right products. And then she invents something better than any shampoo or hair oil she's used before. Her hair grows and grows, so she decides to start her own business. And this sounds really, really cute. So very cool. Then we have I Am a Rebel Girl by blank, A Journal to Start Revolutions by Francesca Cavello and Alina Favilli. And it's wrapped in plastic. I'm not going to take the plastic off because I don't know that I'm going to keep this particular one because it is a journal. And if I'm going to use a journal, I have plenty already. But this one has stuff like draw yourself climbing a mountain, write love notes to your favorite body parts, plan your revolution. The perfect companion to the book series Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. I Am a Rebel Girl is an illustrated journal filled with 100 activities designed to help girls train their rebel spirit. Cool. Let's see, then we have this bookmark. It says, no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid. Lupita Amandi Nyong'o. And on the back, it's a thing about Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. Then we have this art print here, which is actually like a really big postcard. This says I guess it's Josephine Baker, entertainer. Learn more in Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. 100 immigrant women who changed the world. Maybe that's from that. Then we have another print here. And this says Amelie Snethledge, naturalist and ornithologist. And I guess she's also mentioned in that book. Oh, there's another book in there. Okay, then we have this Rebel Girls, a special edition, Everyday Good News, Rebel Times. And there's just all kinds of stuff in here. Fun. Brianna. I Am a Rebel Girl, and it says it in a bunch of different languages. Then the other book we have here is Dr. Wangari Maathai Plants a Forest. And this is another like hardcover book, much like the other one. There is art in this one as well. This says Wangari lives in the lush green land of rural Kenya, where trees tower into the sky and streams are full of mysterious creatures. All day she plays beneath her favorite fig tree, and at night she gathers with her family to listen to her mother's stories. Then Wangari grows up and goes away to school, and things start changing at home. Farmers chop down trees, the streams and soil dry out, and nothing will grow. People go hungry. After all her studies, Dr. Wangari Maathai realizes there's a simple solution to these problems. Plant a forest full of trees. And then we have some stickers here with different Rebel Girls and like some sayings. Rihanna's right there. We got Josephine Baker here, Carmen Miranda, and more. And then we have the March activity pack. This was the March 2021 box. And it just tells like what's in the box, who are rebel girls, some like little discussion questions, a place for you to like write your review, and a letter to your future self. Okay, so that's everything that's in that box. Then we have this one here. Opening this up, something fell. Looks like so. So our book is Love, Frankie by Jacqueline Wilson, and it's illustrated by Nick Sherratt, and this cover is really pretty. So there's illustrations. I'm not seeing a lot of illustrations. I guess the illustrations, each chapter is illustrated, like the number looks different. Like this one's got little polar bears all on it. Let's see, this one says, she's my friend, but I think I want more. Frankie is nearly 14 and knows that teenage life isn't always easy. Things are hard at school, but home isn't much better. But a new friend, Sally, helps Frankie to feel stronger about her mom's MS and her dad's new girlfriend. As the girls grow closer, Frankie's feelings deepen and she realizes she wants to be more than friends with Sally. But when everyone at school finds out their secret, things begin to unravel. Does Sally love Frankie back, or was she just playing games? Then we have craft supplies, Cotton Clara, wooden banner embroidery kit. Okay. Oh, it makes this little like pride flag banner. Cute. Then we got some of these little ponytail thingies that are like, yeah, like that. Love hearts. I think these are candies, but they look like this. I don't know if I can get it to focus. There we go. Let's try one. Okay. So they're just cute little sweet tarts. But they have like cute little hearts on them. Okay, then we've got a bookmark that says Floss is a Brave Girl. It's about another book by Jacqueline Wilson called Candy Floss. It looks like this. And back looks like that. Then we have this super cute little patch right here. I like that. It's adorable. And then we have April is a Brave Girl, and this is another book by Jacqueline Wilson called Dustbin Baby. And the back looks like this. We have a couple of like coloring pages. So we have Draw Your On Cover. Can You Spot, like hidden picture kind of thing. Word search. And that's everything. So inside this issue of their little thing, this is the June 2021 box, and it's got all about Jacqueline Wilson stepping into the book, the message behind each unique pride flag, and a Pride Month glossary. Very, very cool. Okay, so that is everything that's in that box. Let me see how much longer I have. Okay, I'm going to try to go through another box, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to completely go through it before the person arrives. But we're just going to go ahead and try. This is the last of the Brave Girls Book Club boxes that I have here. Opening this one up. Looks like so. This is the April activity pack. And diversify your bookshelf. Talks about what's in the book, what's in the box, an interview with the author, book recommendations, Black women inventors, and so on. Then the book we have here is The Deep Blue Between by Aisha Haruna Atta. And this is really pretty. This says, twin sisters Hassana and Husina are torn apart after a brutal raid on their village. This tragedy will set them on a voyage to unfamiliar cities and cultures where they will forge new families, ward off dangers, and begin to truly know themselves. As the twins pursue separate paths in Brazil and the Gold Coast of West Africa. They remain connected through their shared dreams. But will they ever manage to find each other again? And then we've got some socks here. It says one size fits most people. Okay. Then we've got this Ditto Kids like activity book or something. Like there's a lot of stuff. It's pretty thick. I think it said something about that in this little thing here. It says, "Hi, we are Ditto Kids Magazine, an anti-racist magazine for kids 3 to 11 and the grown-ups who love them. We focus on anti-bias education, fostering community values, self-love, and diversity in an accessible and honest way for children. Inside our magazine, you will find 64 pages of stories, activities, and discussion prompts to help you navigate challenging but essential subjects. Our goal is to inspire meaningful change by challenging and developing the way we see ourselves and others. We hope that in our pages you'll find inspiration and hope as we build a better, brighter, and more inclusive future for all." Love that. And then we have a bookmark as well. It says, "Reading is an exercise in empathy, an exercise in walking in someone else's shoes for a while." Mallory Blackman, author of Knots and Crosses. And on the back it says, "Diversify your bookshelf." Okay, so we did get through another box. That's everything in that box. And I think that is all I have time for. Yeah. So I'm going to pause this for now, and I will come back with our Books That Matter subscription box. Okay, it is many hours later. Yeah. Let me just continue on. So we have the Books That Matter box. So opening this first one up looks like so. Okay. Ooh, this is what it looks like inside. Something smells really good in there. Like, I think it's this. It's a frosting bath slab. Yeah, I think that's what I'm smelling. Directions: break off a chunk or 2 or 3 of the slab and let it dissolve in warm bath. Let the product completely dissolve before stepping into the water. So I don't really know what it is. If it's like, just makes the water soft. Is it like bath salts? Does it bubble? I don't really know. But it's really cute and it smells really good. It looks like this. It smells really nice. Okay, what else do we have? We've got Daisy and Dam Ballers. Dark chocolate crunchy balls. Alright, well, let's try these out. Chocolate makes everything better, so we made everything about chocolate better. Better ingredients, better ethics, better chocolate. Oh, alright. You smell good. So if you don't know, this box actually comes from the UK, and I don't know if they have this kind of candy over there, like the brand that we have over here, but we have a candy very similar in the US called Whoppers, and that's what I would compare this to. Though this is more of a dark chocolate. It's really good. I like it. I actually like it better than Whoppers. Okay. And then we also have, what is this? The Coconut Collaborative Chocolate Little Pots. This is 100 calories. I don't know what exactly it is though, but it's like a little, I wonder if it's like pudding. It's kind of what it looks like a little pudding pack. But it's 100 calories. Join the coconut revolution. It does look like pudding. I'm not going to open this up and try it, but I will definitely be eating this. Okay, then we have, ooh, what is this? I think it's a hair thing. Oh yeah, it's like, I don't want to put it on my hair right now, but yeah, it's like a little headband. I don't know if, okay, yeah, I'll just do it. So, yeah, looks like that. very cute. I like it. And it's silky. And it's a really pretty hunter green, emerald green. Oh, it's pretty. I like it. Okay, next up we have something in a little plastic baggy thing. Oh, it's a pop socket. Yeah, that's what it's called. This one says, "You are a star." It looks like that. It's not the regular kind of pop socket. This has like, whoop, drop it. And I drop it again. Okay, it looks like you can just kind of adjust it, however, so you can like do it like that, like that. So if you wanted to maybe prop it a certain way, that's kind of neat. And it still goes flat. Okay, and then there's some things under the book, but let's go ahead and get the book. It is really pretty. Ooh. This is How Much of These Hills is Gold by C. Pam Zhang, and it's very, very pretty. And it says, the Observer says the boldest debut of the year. It says it's long listed for the Booker Prize for 2020, and oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. In the American West during the gold rush, Lucy and Sam leave town with a gun in their hands and the body of their father on their backs. The siblings seek out a new way to live, but will their secrets bring them together or break them apart? And it says, one of the blurbs says, Zhang has created a fierce feminist Western. Okay. Apparently this is also a Barack Obama Book of the Year. Cool. Then we have Resting is a Form of Resistance. And this is just blank pages like a sketchbook. Cool. And then we have this pretty rainbow bookmark, and it says, I believe that telling our stories first to ourselves and then to one another and the world is a revolutionary act. Jane Mock. And then we have their little newsletter thing, Books That Matter, Home of the Female Fiction. And this is the first of their little newsletter things. I forget what they did before, but this one says number 1. Or maybe that's just the page number. I don't know. Because I see on the back something about number 5. I don't know. But we have the what's in the box. Looks like maybe you could get different colors of this. The box was curated to celebrate Pride Month, love, and queer narratives. It says a reading experience spotlighting queer narratives, LGBTQ plus artists, and all the joy of June's Pride focus. Oh, and for this it says, our book of the month is How Much of These Hills is Gold by C. Pam Zhang. It tells an untold story of the arrival of Chinese American immigrants to the U.S. during the gold rush. It's a novel about conflict between two siblings carrying the body of their newly deceased father across a harsh landscape. Set during the gold rush, the siblings must battle with their own memories, the illusion of the American dream, and each other. Okay. And then we've got like thing with the author, Gaze the Word, which is a must-visit queer bookshop in London. Oh, this is a rundown of must-visit queer bookshops. Gaze the Word is the name of one in London. Then there's Categories Books in Glasgow. So the artist that did the little notebook and the pop socket is this non-binary artist named B. And there's a thing about B in here. And there's like a poem of the month. And just some other information here. And a quote from the book on the back. And that is everything that is in that box. Now on to the next one. This one looks like so. Oh, we have more ballers. It's a little smaller bag though. Let's tear this open here. Okay. And this is what the rest of the box looks like. What is this? TOTM Switch Kit. A mix of organic cotton period care. So, okay. The pack contains 1 light applicator tampon, 2 medium applicator tampons, 1 super applicator tampon, 1 medium flow pad, 1 super flow pad, and 2 liners. Cool. And then, ooh, we have a cute scrunchie. Very bright and colorful. I love scrunchies. And then we have our book, She Will Soar by Anna Sampson. It says, bright, brave poems of freedom by women. This says, She Will Soar is an uplifting collection of bright, brave poems about freedom written by women from the ancient world right up to the present day. It includes poems on wanderlust, travel, daydreams, flights of fancy, escaping into books, tranquility, courage, hope, and resilience. From frustrated housewives to passionate activists, from servants and suffragists to some of today's most gifted writers, here is a bold choir of voices demanding independence and celebrating their hard-won power. Immerse yourself in poems by Carol Ann Duffy, Christina Rossetti, Stevie Smith, Sarah Crossan, Emily Dickinson, Selena Godin, Mary Jane Chan, Charlie Cox, Nikita Gill, Fiona Benson, Holly McNish, and Grace Nichols, to name but a few. Alright. I am excited to read this, actually. I say actually, I'm excited to read all these, but I don't read a lot of poetry, and that it sounds like one that I'd be interested in. Okay, then we've got some prints here. So this is Sui Sin Far. It is a Cantonese pen name of English Chinese writer Edith Maud Eaton. And it tells about her on the back. Then we have Zora Neale Hurston, was a central figure of the Harlem Renaissance, writing fiction and academic papers on contemporary issues in the black community. And then tells more about her as well. I don't know if I can pronounce this. Then we have Zikala Sa, was a Yankton, Dakota writer, editor, musician, and political activist. Her most famous collection of stories, American Indian Stories, explores the hardships she and other Native Americans faced when assimilative measures were enforced upon them. And it tells more about her as well. These are very cool. We also have a bookmark here that says International Women's Day Must-Reads. And so there's like a checklist here, and it continues on the back. So here's what it says on this side. And then here is the other side. And then we have our little newsletter thingy. What's in the box, letter from the team, talk with the author, International Women's Day, an at-home guide. A little thing about the Dozy and Dam people that made the ballers. There's a thing about TOTM and just a few other little bits. And then what is this? Oh, it's a postcard. It says, when the world denies you, find your power and write. When they speak of a freedom that doesn't include you, write away those bars. Write together your scars. Write around your wounds into your womb. From When to Write by Sophia Thinker. Yeah, that's just a bookmark. Okay, that is everything that's in that box as well. Now on to this box. So opening this one up, air that like so. And that's what this one looks like. Looks like we have another pair of socks here. These are really, really cute. Very cute. They got some flowers on them. We've got pink salad, lawn pink salad lawn. I don't know. I don't really know what this is. Oh, it's in the color Toasted Velvet. Pink Salad LDN Hydrating Lip Gloss. Okay, ooh, that's a pretty color. Looks like that. Almost matches my shirt. Cool. Then we have the little newsletter, but I'll get to that last. Our book, Conjure Women by Afia Adakora. This says, and it's thick too. This says, you're free to decide your future, but how do you escape the ghosts of the past? The pale-skinned, black-eyed baby is a bad omen. Rue knows it, but for once, despite her skill as a midwife, she doesn't know what to do. Times have changed since her mother held the power to influence the life and death of her fellow slaves. Freedom has come, but this new world brings new dangers, and when sickness sweeps across her tight-knit community, Rue finds herself the focus of suspicion. What secrets does she keep amidst the charred remains of the big house? Which spells has she conjured to threaten their children? And why is she so wary of the charismatic preacher man who promises to save them all? Conjure Women is a captivating novel of belief and suspicion, friendship and betrayal, and the lengths we will go to save the ones we love. Okay, then we've got, oh, it's a little book. This is The Master's Tools Will Never Dismantle the Master's House by Audre Lorde. And this is a very tiny book. This is a Penguin Modern. From the self-described black lesbian mother warrior poet, these soaring, urgent essays on the power of women, poetry, and anger are filled with darkness and light. And this is so short. Oh my goodness. So it looks like it's 51 pages. And then we have a little print for the book. Oh, some cards. So this one's got these cute flowers on it. And inside it just says, "Time is how you spend your love, Zadie Smith." I like that. And these are made by @emma.make. Right there. And then the other card also has flowers on it. Super cute. This one says, "There are years that ask questions and years that answer." Zora Neale Hurston. These are super cute. I really like them. And then we have a very pretty bookmark. This actually kind of matches the cover for our little newsletter thingy. It looks like this on one side. And the other side says, "Where the words of women are crying to be heard, we must each of us recognize our responsibility to seek out those words, to read them and share them and examine them in their pertinence to our lives." Audre Lorde. Oh, and then we have envelopes for our cards as well. Very handy. And then the little newsletter here. It says, "Dare to be powerful." So a letter from the team, what's in the box. We've got the author, we've got the person that did the lip gloss. What we wouldn't have without black women. And there's a whole bunch there. There's a little like interview with the person that made the cards and the socks, and some charities and organizations to support black women, and just some other little bits. I will be back in just a couple minutes to open up this last box. Okay, sorry if my angle changed again, but I swapped out my battery. Now on to the last Books That Matter box. Oh, let me get rid of this other box. Okay, so this one looks like so. So the book that we have in here is The Voices of the Lost by Hoda Barakat. Oh, that's pretty thin too. It looks like it's only 197 pages. Okay, this says, "Winner of the International Prize for Arabic Fiction, a devastating story of displacement, war, and the unlikely glimmer of hope in the dark. In an unnamed country torn apart by war, 6 strangers are compelled to share their darkest secrets. Taking pen to paper, each attempts to put in writing what they can't bring themselves to say to the person they love. Mother, father, brother, lost love. Their words form a chain of dark confessions, none of which reaches the intended recipient. But their consequences will ripple through others' lives, affecting strangers in ways the writers could never have anticipated. A luminous and haunting novel from one of today's most talented Arabic writers, Voices of the Lost tells the moving story of characters living on the periphery, battling displacement, poverty, and the demons within themselves. Okay. Alright, so we have that. We have our little newsletter. I'll come back to that. We have a bookmark here. It says, if you have more than you need, build a longer table, not a higher wall. Choose love. And on the back it says, where you are born is down to chance. What you are born with is down to luck. Acting with love is down to you. Choose love. Oh, I like that. Then we have another postcard here. This says, sunset, sky, rainbow. Choose love. Gold morning, sunshine, beautifully free land of dreams, happy highways, my sweet love, play, sleep, run, dance, sing, see, feel, live, life's good with you by my side. And yeah, just a bookmark. And we have not a bookmark, a postcard. We have another one here that says, choose love. And another that says the same thing as the first one and has choose love up there. Oh, okay. It says books that matter are donating 10% of the proceeds from this month's box to Choose Love. Choose Love does whatever it takes to provide displaced people with everything from life-saving rescue boats to food and legal advice. Cool. Then we have a keychain that says love has no borders, and I love that. Ooh. We have a cookie. When was this box? Okay. This is a newer box, so don't feel bad. This says choose love. Let's try the cookie. Or maybe I'll try the cookie later because I have a feeling this cookie might dry out my mouth. Alright, and then the last thing before our little newsletter, it looks like we have a tote bag here. And it also says choose love. Okay, then our little newsletter, letter from the team, what's in the box. So we have the author, we have about Choose Love, some of the people Choose Love supports, billboards into bookmarks, a look at how Team Book of the Month and Choose Love brought their billboard campaign to the boxes in this month's bookmarks. Okay. Some recommended refugee stories. We have these here. And then just some little extra bits. Okay. And that is everything in that box. Okay, so those are all, what, 16 boxes? And I have a feeling this video is going to be ridiculously long. Have you guys read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!